So, it's a slightly different video for you guys. I'm out here looking for wood. Now, anyone that's seen my Instagram recently will know I recently made a little bowl. Ozzy's around here somewhere. I recently made a little bowl, which is, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure I'm correct, made out of horse chestnut, which is this bit here. Hello Ozzy. It's this bit here. So I found this in a local woodland. I only ever take wood from trees that's already been felled. So these trees have already fallen down for various reasons. Hello Bobs. These trees have already fallen down for various reasons. So why not use it? It's a perfectly good piece of wood. Last time I took a chunk about yay big. It's actually from this exact spot by here. I got a bit of a sticky bit by here, bit of a branch stick out on this bit. And I have this cheap saw that I bought from AliExpress, which seems to have been extraordinarily useful. So I'm watching to make sure that Ozzy doesn't wander off too far and cause any problems as well. So I'm gonna take another piece. And last time I took a slightly smaller piece, which made a reasonably small bowl. So I'm thinking about taking this piece today, off here, right up to this corner. So we'll get rid of some of the back. I like it because it's got thick bark on it, and if you look at the bowl I put up on Instagram, so I've done a bowl and I've done a kookska, which is up on my Instagram. Actually, the kookska is in my bag at the moment. I'll show you guys that later when we do a bit more of a close-up thing. But this, because it's got the bark on it, and the bark is really well attached, it actually makes quite a nice effect on the thing. 1 second. Ozzy, come on buddy, back this way. Ozzy, this way. Come on. Good boy. Sorry, he was over there bugging some people. Were you pestering people? Hey, come over here buddy. Over here. He was pestering some people on the other side. We're on Altarine Nature Reserve. And yes, I am allowed to take this, don't worry. Nobody wants it. They fell the wood. We've had some ash die back here recently. So they've cut down a load of trees up here, and what they do is they cut them down and then they just leave them. So it's good to use them for something, you know. I should probably pause my bit as well. I just realised that's been running away while I've been doing this. So I'm going to get on with cutting this. I'll explain a bit more of it later on. Ozzy's back from his little adventure. He did go and play again. So I am not an expert at this, but I'm going to try and take as much of this bit as possible, because this was a really nice wood to carve. Almost it. See, didn't even need to speed that up. I think I show you this. I took a bit bigger chunk than I normally did last time. Let me show you this. That's cool. I done that with a cheap AliExpress folding saw. Ozzy loves it as well, look. Ozzy knows when I'm cutting branches, sometimes Dad gives him one. This is not a doggy toy. This is probably going to become another bowl at some point. I know, I've cut it at a bit of an odd angle, but I think I can use that for something. The more wood I can get, the better, really. I will obviously cut that off. So don't think I can use that for anything. Who knows? Now, I still have there's an entire felled tree here. You can see this bit here, you can see probably where my bag is hanging by here. There's an entire felled tree here. If I really wanted to, I could probably cut from these thicker logs by here, the thicker branches, but I don't think I need to. I purposefully limit myself to only what can be carried in this bag. Otherwise I'd be filling my house up with random bits of wood, and I've already got enough wood samples at the moment. It's actually got quite a nice little flare on the bottom there. Might use that as the base of it. I'm just going to make a really weird shaped bowl, I think, or like a pen holder or something, I don't know. I've gotten quite a bit into my wood carving, so take a look at the Instagram, you'll see all the stuff I've done recently. I'm very impressed with the cookser I made. And cheap AliExpress folding saw. I've got a little like cheap battery chainsaw as well, but I don't know. This is a little bit more inconspicuous when I'm trying to take wood from places. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm going to move on a bit. There is a bit more woodland closer to the end of this walk where I can get some slightly bigger pieces. But this is quite nice. This will be nice for a little bit of a carving. And I say I really like the fact that it's got really thick bark on it. It's quite heavily attached, so it does end up being part of the carving. I don't tend to take it off. It's not loose bark, so. I got a cobweb in my face. I just started recording and I got a cobweb in my face. So I just cut that piece of wood. It's a beautiful little woodland in here, to be honest with you. Still birds. I could go slightly over that way a bit, and the canal's over there, but to be honest with you, one sec. Oh, we got a dog. Dog play with Ozzy. We're back. Two little dogs wanted to play with Ozzy. I keep walking into cobwebs. Yeah, this is All-Terrain Nature Reserve. So I think the legality is on the fact of taking the wood from here. It's already felled. I'm not taking anything that hasn't already been cut down. There are some very nice, very old trees up here that would make some nice carvings at some point. But I'm not going to take what's still growing, you know. So that just wouldn't be right. You can't just take whatever you want in these places. No one's going to miss a little piece of wood that's already been cut down. So the tree is either already cut down or it's already fallen by itself. In the case of this one, I think it actually kind of started to fall by itself, but then someone just finished it off and cut it the rest of the way. But it's a really nice area. I'm a little disappointed at the moment as well. Came up here to get that other piece a few weeks ago, and with the knowledge that we've had recently an ash dieback, which is there was a disease in the ash trees up here or something, and there was a ton of ash wood up here that had just been left hanging around. Someone's already come through and cleared it all out. So the plan of taking a few sort of slices of really thick like ash wood didn't work out for me. Anyway, I'm going to jump across this little bit because there's quite a muddy bit coming up. See you guys a bit further ahead. We'll probably jump to the woodland next because I've shown you guys the canal a bunch of times, so no point doing loads of canal stuff at the moment. Hey, so I found myself much further in the woods, and I did think I wasn't going to take much more wood with me today, but me and Ozzy are kind of deep in the woods right now. Oh, the bluebells everywhere. You guys can see the bluebells in the camera because I've had to prop you guys up like on a branch over there. You're obviously on the gimbal, so it moves around and it tracks me. I've had to prop you up. Got Ozzy here, my little helper. I've come across this. Now it's already dead. It extends. Let me get on a knee a minute, it's a bit more comfortable. It extends probably another, I don't know, 15 feet up there, up the bank. Because I'm on a hill right now, by the way. And maybe another 5 feet behind me. I don't know if this is going to be any good to cut. But I think it's birch. Based on the back, I think it's birch. I am not an expert. And I am aware that there is branches hovering around in front of me. I wasn't going to cut any more wood today. I wasn't going to cut any more wood. Because obviously I've got quite a big thing in my backpack. But I'm going to give this a go. Because it's quite, it's a couple of inches around. And I think I can use it for something if I find myself a nice spot. I'm not going to take a really thick section of it. I'm going to take a slice. And there's a cookie. I don't know. I'm looking at this. Alright. It's probably going to have to speed this up because this is a great saw for small stuff. But I'm going to tackle this. Probably should have brought the chainsaw for this. Other point as well is I actually took a very similar piece of wood way over that way a couple of weeks ago, and idiot me, I left it in a warm environment for too long and it split and cracked. It was a good sort of round piece, quite flat, but I let it crack, so I'm still using the bits of wood, but it's not going to get used for its original purpose. So let's give this a go and see what I get. You probably will get sped up on this one. I'm hoping, because we're on a hill, that gravity will help out a bit and this might not pinch on the blade. So I should be able to get rid of this big chunk here, because gravity should take it down there out of the way. And then I can take off the slice that I actually want. So this is where we speed up. See you guys when I'm done. Wait. This bristle. But I probably should bring that chainsaw with me. Definitely bring that chainsaw. I need to assemble it. I just want to bring that chainsaw. Right. That's it. Oh, quick break. Quick break. This great saw, but I probably should have bring the electric. I should bring electric chainsaw with me, shouldn't I? Definitely bring the electric chainsaw, and these bits are definitely going to be sped up. I just want this really nice bit of wood. Right, back to the cutting. Anyway. I need a push. Okay. I need another break. Okay. I need to play with Ozzy as well. Ozzy, move! Over there. You guys are leaning very precariously. Never cut towards yourself, people. But I'm trying to get to the other side because it's pinching on the blade. Turns out gravity is not helping as much as I thought it was going to. So I'm hoping if I cut some of the other side. 144 on my heartbeat. Well, I need the exercise. Back to it. You hear that? There you goes. Back up here. You hear that? Crack. One more. I think we've just twisted it out. I think we just broke the bit inside. Right. So let's have a look what we got. Excuse me. Come on. Yes, gotcha. Take a break. Ozzy. Take a break, buddy. Take a break and let's see what we got. Oh, this is a nice piece of wood. Oh, now I'm getting... Hang on, guys. Ozzy needs to get in. He's a silly monkey, you know. He's a silly monkey. Yes, I know. Dad's cutting a really, really big stick and you can't have any of it, I know. It's terrible. I can see where I struggled in the middle. There was a really thick hard bit in the middle. But I actually made it 99% of the way through. So I can't complain. Flipping hell. Right. I'm going to have a bit of a break, sat by here, and I'm going to start cutting this bit and I'm going to play with Ozzy for a minute. And I'll come back in a minute. You'll play with Ozzy. I'll come back in a second, guys. Right. You notice it's a bit higher up now. I dragged a piece of wood around and I've put it under there to use as a bit of a sawhorse to get this up off the ground. This is tiring work, but it'll be worth it. You know, that's going to need some clearing up on the end there. Obviously this old, I'll get you guys down a bit lower. This is the bit I just cut off, so I'm going to cut this bit now. All I really want is maybe that much. So I'm thinking this would make a nice wooden bowl. I want maybe about that much. Now something else is going to be determined here as well. Whether or not I've got space for that much. I want that much. But do I have space for that much in my bag? Or do I just carry this by hand? The other option would be get rid of that other piece I just found. Because I didn't need that piece. I just really like it because it's nice wood to mess with and make little bowls and stuff out of. So we're gonna go with a couple of inches. And Ozzy's got the zoomies behind me. What you chasing? He's chasing squirrels or something. Right, this shouldn't be so hard because obviously there's not 4 foot of wood pulling it down, so it shouldn't pinch so much, and I'm only taking a couple of inches. So back to the time lapse, speeding this up. I'm trying to do this all in one cut. If I go to the other side, you put from there, there's a chance to do one point meter, and we end up with lot more clean up than I want. Unfortunately, that may not work. I just realised as well, you guys can't quite see everything I'm doing. The moment is quite high up, and it's quite low down in line with that. So I'm going to stop the video and when we come back to that. There we go. That's a great piece. I'm trying to do this all in one cut, because if I go to the other side and cut from there, there's a chance that the two lines might not meet up, and I may end up with a lot more cleaning up work than I want. But unfortunately, that may not work out. I just realised as well, you guys can't quite see everything I'm doing. The moment is quite high up, and it's quite low down in line with that. So I'm going to stop the video when we come back to that. There we go. That's a great piece. I just realised as well that you guys can't quite see everything that I'm doing at the moment because you're quite high up, and this is quite low down even though I moved it up. So we're going to stop the video for a minute and we're going to come back to the video after I cut this piece. Oh God, it was taking a sit down for a minute. I got it. Jeez, this is heavy. It's actually quite heavy. A couple of inches thick. Ginormous piece of wood. This is going to take me a while to carve. It's really nice wood though. It's quite wet inside, so it will need to dry out a bit before I can do some stuff. But I'm shattered. My cutting technique could do with a bit of work, I think. Hang on. It's okay. Sorry, I thought my Fitbit was about to finish. It was about to automatically finish. Right. Oh, I can see some nice colours in this as well. Yeah, I see that. My little black colours. That's going to look quite nice when it's carved up. And I think, because it's got quite thick bark on it, I may be able to keep some of the bark. So my gimbal's struggling at the moment because I'm an idiot and I forgot to record it after my video last week. Jesus. That's how tired I am. I'm an idiot and I forgot to charge it after last week. Got the little USB port on the side, so I'll charge it up. We're going to head along the stream now, which should take us to our little chill out spot. And this piece of wood is quite heavy, so I'm going to make the executive decision to get rid of that piece of wood and take this bit with me, because this is heavy and I don't want to lose the opportunity to carve this one. So I'm going to get rid of the other one. I know the other one wasn't huge, but I don't really need it because this is going to be the next project. Look how thick that is. I've been looking for something like this for a while that I could easily get access to without bothering anyone. Ozzy's checking it out down there. I keep looking down because as I said, I'm stood. I'm on like a little bank. I'm actually using the big piece that I offcut originally as a seat at the moment. It's quite a nice seat actually, even though we're on an angle. We are out in quite far out in the woods actually. The nearest footpath is like up there by a couple of minutes. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to mark the location of this big log on my OS maps, as I can't see anybody else coming down here and stealing this. I'm going to get rid of the other piece that's in my bag right now, and I'm going to find space for this one. I'm going to see you guys at the little break spot, little chill out spot that we used down by the canal, down by the brook. And I'm going to put this on charge for a bit when we get there, before I start recording again. So, I've made it to my little chill out spot. Big old tree that I normally sit on. Water down there, water down there. The brook is actually running real damn fast at the moment because we've had a bit of rain recently. We've sat down, we've had some food. Ozzy's over there currently playing in the water, which is very unusual for him. He's not normally big on water. But, no. Brought the kookser out. You know, I said I was going to use this today. I brought it with me. Got my water bottle down here. I'm not drinking the stream water, don't worry. There's a water bottle there full of other stuff, full of flavoured water in there. Sorry, Shelley's messaging me. Ozzy's off on his wanders for a minute, which is fine because I charged his GPS tracker before we left. So, put my phone on do not disturb for a minute so I don't get loads of things popping up, notifications all the time. I don't mind people messaging me, obviously. It's just, you know, trying to record a video. So, got the kookser out. Already been drinking some water from that. It's actually really cool. I've never had anything like that before, so it's quite nice. I've also worked out my gimbal is obviously not charged. It's currently less than 20% still, but I have created some kind of monstrosity of a gimbal down here that's currently got a my phone, the microphone receiver, which obviously goes to my microphone here, and then plugged into the side of the gimbal is through the Type-C connector is a little Anker backup battery, so it ain't gonna die anytime soon. And as I mentioned, this is my next carving project. Hang on, you're about to get knocked over by Ozzy. You want to come and have a look? Come on, Oz, down here. This way, this way. You can step over the bag, it's fine. Come on, over here. You could step over the bag, you've done it before. Yeah, want to say say hello to the nice people? Everybody prefers to see you anyway than me, so they've all said it. Hang on, let me get my bag out of your way, pups. There we go. Right. Things we do for our dogs here. Right. Ozzy. He's trying to hide under my legs. Anyway. So I've got this piece of wood. This is going to become a bowl. Ozzy has decided that this is boring. This is going to become a bowl more likely. I didn't realise until I cut it, it's not perfectly round. It's kind of like rounded there and then there. It's almost triangle. So that could make a very interesting bowl. I'm not really known for doing things the normal way, so this is going to be a slightly unusual shaped bowl at some point. It's got a few knots and stuff in it, so they might get sanded out. And as I mentioned, I did decide to get rid of the other piece that I cut first. You saw earlier on in the video. This is quite heavy. This is, if I was to give it a weight, probably a couple of bags of flour, large bags of flour. And it's in my backpack, and I put it in my bag and realised very quickly that my bag is now top heavy. So when I repack the bag in a minute, because it's all unpacked off camera, I'm going to pack it a bit more efficiently to take into consideration a large chunk of wood. And we also didn't come back the normal way. We normally use the trail up there and all that stuff. But because we went way off the trail to get this piece, it's we followed a little stream back that we keep meaning to follow all the time. We got ourselves a bit lost, but that's alright. I know this area well enough that I'm not, when I say lost, I'm not truly lost, to be honest with you. It's not that hard to find your way back out again. Even with or without OS maps and stuff, it's not that hard. But that's what I do to get the really nice pieces of wood that I want. I'll show you guys some interesting bits about it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's a dark mark running through the middle of this. Another one there as well. Another one there. Those, in my experience so far, in other pieces of wood I've used, those have expanded quite a bit. So I'll carve in, and then I'll usually find that there's a much bigger sort of spot of that in the middle. Yeah, you guys get to see Ozzy butt for a minute. You do realise I don't cut these out, though, don't you? Every time we get an Ozzy butt on camera, we don't cut it out. Yeah, Ozzy tail. Look. Fun fact to you guys, I don't know border collies. This that white bit on the end actually has, on the end of his tail, actually has a name. It's called a shepherd's lantern. He is currently halfway in the position of thinking about whether or not he wants to jump down there. No? No, we're going to climb down to the water like a normal person. Yeah. As always, in every single one of my videos, you guys are used to this. I get distracted playing with Ozzy quite a bit. This black line, I can see that expanding into something. It's going to be interesting. I'm hoping this as well here isn't a sign that this wood is quite rotten inside. I don't think it is. I think it's just where it's like chipped out and stuff. Yeah, that's where it's chipped out, because when I was cutting it, this is from the side that had the big long section attached to it. So it happened obviously when I got to a certain point, and then I showed you guys in the video, I think. Might have been in the video, I might not have got it in the video, but it was cracking along there. What I'm probably going to do though, is I'm going to carve that side. It may seem a bit counterproductive because there's a nice flat side there, but I need to get rid of this anyway. And I think I want to get more of these dark lines in. And there's quite a few of them on this side. I've got to remember to keep this a bit wetter though. The last big piece of wood I had, which was half the size of this, I let it dry out way too quickly, which caused it to just split. So yeah, wood under pressure inside when dry and splits. Not an expert, but I have learned that over time now. It's beautiful here at the moment, so I'm gonna forgive me if I get distracted by the beauty of the area. And you guys can kind of see it. See this by here? See this by here? This is an Ozzy butt. Which brings me on to the next thing about this little chill out spot, which Ozzy is currently sat on, because he's a bit simple. My chill out spot has grown wild garlic. You want to be on camera, don't you? You want to be on camera. You should probably want to be on camera. What's that down there? What's this? What's this in here? You good boy. Anyway. Yeah, there's wild garlic growing everywhere. The last few times I've been here, I have noticed the wild garlic smell, like the smell coming up. And there's wild garlic everywhere. quite interesting coming to this spot, to be honest with you, and just seeing how it's changing slowly over time. When I first started coming to this spot, so you guys just got knocked over by Ozzy. So clumsy, I swear. As I was saying, this area is changing quite a bit. When I first started coming here, obviously it was very just dried out. You know, we've got really nice moss everywhere. Ozzy, don't knock it over again. Pain in the butt. There's like 3-4 feet either side of the camera, and he has to walk right through the middle of it. I'm sorry, Oz. He's gone off. He's in a strop now. But yeah, everything's growing really thick by here. And you'll notice every now and then that I'm getting attacked by a holly bush. I have had words with this holly bush, and it has agreed to behave itself while I'm doing the video. Oh, he's gone over there now. Gotta keep an eye on him. You guys see my other videos, you know I gotta keep an eye on Ozzy as well. Just in case another dog turns up and I don't want to cause any problems for anyone. Would you guys like to see... Oh, that was up the back of my t-shirt. Wild garlic. Let me see if I can get you a piece to have a look at. Get you a piece that Ozzy hasn't sat on. Wild garlic. You guys can see that. Get in face tracking. So from what I've been told, and I'm definitely not an expert on this, is you can use this. You can eat it. Don't know whether I should eat this bit. Oh, yeah, that was a really strong smell of garlic right in the stem. The flower doesn't smell like garlic. The stem does though. Well, that is a strong smell of garlic in there. I've been smelling it for weeks around here. Every time I come up here, but I've never seen the flowers actually pop up until now. Apparently this is really good in salads and stuff. Don't think I'm going to eat it now though. Okay, for you guys, I'm going to eat a piece now. I don't think I've ever had wild garlic before. I've obviously had normal garlic. Oh, it's not immediately garlicky. Strange. It's when you bite into it, and because it's quite juicy inside, all of a sudden there's just like a little tickle of garlic. And yes, there is a dog over my shoulder, right by here. I'm sorry for telling you off for knocking the camera over. Would you like? You can't have garlic though. You can smell it, but you can't have any garlic because garlic's not good for dogs. At least I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's not good for dogs, so just don't give it to them anyway. You don't want a dog with garlicky breath. So we're going to try a bigger bit now. Yeah, that's odd. Fresh wild garlic. I'm supposed to be able to eat the flower as well, but I don't think I want to eat the flower bit. It's apparently supposed to be all edible. Ozzy, get your butt off the camera. Sorry, he's led down behind the camera and his immediate reaction was to stick his ass on it. He's literally right by there. Yeah, I like this. I think I should come back with a little gathering pouch and gather up some wild garlic at some point. Apparently it's good in salads. It's not super strong either. It's a very subtle garlicky taste. It's not like, you know, shop bought garlic that's like really punchy. It's like you get into it and this is a first review of wild garlic on my channel anyway. Yeah, it's quite subtle. I like it. There's obviously got the leaves as well, which are apparently supposed to be equally as edible. Like I say apparently, I've been told that it is. There's no doubt in this. Okay, so it's not quite a strong garlicky smell as the stem of the flower. It's a little bit more subtle. The leaves are a little bit more subtle. Not so keen on the leaves, but the actual stems of the flowers are quite garlicky. I'm going to put this down there now. Otherwise Ozzy's going to think, oh, Dad's eating that, I can eat that. I know they can have normal garlic. I'd probably the same with wild garlic, I don't know. You're not having it. No, you're not, you little menace. You little menace. Anyway, I'm going to chill out for a bit. I'm going to play with Ozzy. I'll give you guys updates via Instagram on what I'm doing with this. It's going to be a ball, but obviously because of its unusual shape, it's not going to be the conventional ball. So, we'll see. I'm going to enjoy my little chill out spot now with Ozzy, because he clearly wants some attention, he wants to play. And he definitely deserves the attention, and definitely deserves to play. So, see you guys in the next video. Pop down in the comments. Make sure obviously you like, subscribe, all the generic stuff. Pop down in the comments. What would you guys make with this? It's a couple of inches thick. Quite an unusual shape, to be honest with you. I'm going to make a bowl. It's going to be quite a large bowl actually. Might even be quite a deep bowl. It's going to take a long time to make. Because this took me 2 weeks. But that's only because I've been doing it in between other jobs. In the comments, what would you guys make? Bye bye.